Ooh, make me just lose my shit. Mm. Welcome to Yes Bitch TV, honey. Yes, God. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I really do appreciate it. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Sharing is caring, bitch. Also, hitting the notification bell will update you each and every time I'm uploading something new. Let me introduce my fellow Justice League members real quick, y'all. I got to do something real quick. But let me just go ahead and introduce what does the cat always try to do? Or what does it just do?
Mia! Hey, everybody. How y'all doing?
Yes, God, honey. Child, the superwoman herself, child. She's it's a bird, it's a plane, bitch. No, it's every motherfucking reviews, bitch.
I will take that on this good Saturday. What it do? Ooh.
Yes,
I
God.
love your hair, Abby.
Thank you.
She's working.
My
She's always slaying, child. Always slaying.
Hey,
Child, giving you all things that's, piping hot, the cup runneth over, bitch. Yes, God, honey, giving you the real tea.
come on, T.
Hey, y'all, what's happening? What's going on, panel?
Child.
What it do?
Just chilling, honey. Trying to edit this damn banner real quick. Welcome, everybody. I'm not looking at the chat right now. Hold on one second. We are gathered here today. Well, let me do this real quick. Shit. Hold on. I want to make sure I have all my thoughts gathered.
Okay, come on, gather them. Get them in the dustpan. What happened? Hey, Herbert TV Junkie. Hey, Volvo, Peanutters, Latifah, Maquetta Williams, Nicole, Queen Kim, my life is gold. Okay, Queen Kim, my life is golden. I know that's right. All right. Nicole said the song make her now she want a boyfriend. Oh,
child, you don't need a boyfriend. You just need a quick.
Girl, no, you don't, because niggas ain't shit. Okay.
Oh, wow.
You want a boyfriend until you get one, then you ready to give him back.
I saw a TikTok. The girl said I was today's years old when I found out that boyfriend actually meant niggas ain't shit. Oh, wow.
Let me tell you.
Well, better late than never.
Listen, not all niggas. They not all bad.
Oh shit! I try to be every detail I catch, and it pisses me the fuck off.
No.
Okay. There we go.
All right.
Everybody in the chat, thank you for coming, Hermit TV.
Come on, superheroes in Christ.
I will follow him wherever he may go.
Let me tell you something, and this is no lie. Before I got on here and I played Boys to Men, that was the song that I was going to play. I was because I was listening to Lauryn Hill earlier, and I was inspired, and I was like, child, maybe we should do an old nasty Sister Act song on these whores real quick.
I would have went, I love it. I love that movie. I love both movies.
You know what? I'm gonna watch it this weekend, child. I have no choice. I love that shit.
I got too many shows I gotta watch. Listen, I'm sitting on 4, 5, 6 reviews that need to be done. And they probably won't get done today. I'm tired. I got my hair done. My whole brain hurts right now. I can't.
Why y'all pile all that work on yourselves though?
Well, listen, myself personally, I wanted to do something a little bit more, so I forced myself to watch Growing Up Hip Hop because everybody kept harassing me about it, and I went on ahead and gave them a nasty little review, honey. I mean, I might keep it up, but girl, they got on my nerves.
I stopped watching after Romeo and Angela acted like, girl, this is nuts. Like, girl, go ahead and just get it over with, honey. Like, what's the tea? Did he get drunk and do something and touch you in your parts by accident one night, and you know Angela Simmons is a prick and stick in the mud? Well, no. Let me put it this way. Let me not say that. I think the girl has high standards for herself, and I'm here for it. But at the end of the day, it's like, girl, you better go ahead and together, huh?
You obviously ain't watching my review. Oh my God, go get your life.
I need to watch it. Child, we have another Just Us member in the building. Are you ready, honey? Are you ready?
Hey, it's me.
Oh, yes, God, honey, if you're ready. Child, let me tell you something. She is a God slayer. Yes, God, honey, she comes through. Well, she can't slay the real God, but you know, Wonder Woman, her history girl, yes, God, she was a weapon created, hello, God, to protect man, bitch, from evil, to serve truth and justice, bitch.
Amen.
Wonder Woman.
Hey,
Yeah, you know I be having to get my Steve Harvey on, honey.
I ain't mad at you. Give me my intro, honey. Give me my intro. Hey, cast me out, boy.
Yes.
How are you?
Yes.
She's so goofy.
I'm good. How are you? I miss you so much.
I miss y'all too.
I saw T last night. And I talk to Abby 20 times a day. So
wow. Oh, 25. Okay.
y'all see, y'all got a new background today, honey. Y'all got a new background today.
Yeah.
I live.
I just got finished doing a members only mukbang. So we just had some crab legs and we was chatting it up a little bit with my members.
Okay.
All right. So real quick,
this right over my face. Hold on. Okay, there we go.
Just a quick intro to what today is about. If you already haven't seen the, Instagram post and, just the description box underneath it where I was just describing what this video is for today. Myself and the rest of the Justice League were having a conversation last weekend. Privately, of course. We won't get into the details of that conversation, but just the overall structure of it was talking about what we're looking for in these web series on YouTube, more specifically these Black LGBT web series that has been, I'm not going to say a phenomenon, but they've been highly popular the past several years, and mostly in part to reviewers like ourselves. Yes, God, honey. But just on the strength of, we kind of understand what it is that they're trying to do. So in this season of, Chasing Dallas and, the other panelists of watching the Come Up, and we have other things about to take, a lot of web series are about to premiere this year. You have the Come Up Miami, you have G Status that's about to be coming back out soon. Child.
I'll believe it when I see it.
I wish I had a crickets button. That's what I wish I had.
All right, no, we need that shade rattle from RuPaul's Drag Race. That
tumbleweed.
Allegedly.
Child, you already know it. Thank you. And it's the truth, and it's child, you know how we do, child. We gonna give y'all some entertainment, bitch. But that's the truth, though, girl. They've been a distant memory for quite some time, but supposedly they're going to be coming out sooner than later. Well, it's already been later, so I guess later, sooner. However you want to look at it, bitch. We are the Justice League, and we have the power to go back in time, but that's the one thing we can't fix, girl. Right. It's been written in the stars already, girl. But yeah, that's why we're coming to combine our collective powers to just have an overall discussion of what is the expectation, what is, and also most importantly, the impact of these shows in our community. Are they, the overall question that we all ask ourselves, are they depicting an accurate narrative of who we are as Black gay men and members of the spectrum on screen? And that's what we're here. I mean, we'll get into it. And also just, just an overall conversation. I did say that this wasn't going to be shady or anything, but the week that I've had, I'm playing in the land of petty. So I don't give a fuck today. So everybody, please speak your minds, speak your opinions. But today is ultimately about constructive criticism. Huh? I'm really, because you know what? The reason I thought about it is, you know, Dre Simber, child, okay, when he was just going on, and I'm just like, I live for people who are authentic and who are speaking truth, because no one's going to be able to change behaviors if you don't give them that passion. Because I feel like a lot of people misconstrue our shadiness and the way that we talk about the shows and cast members and storylines as if we're trying to be overtly mean. But that's passion, baby. Right. That's because we give a fuck. Right. If we didn't care, we wouldn't review it and we wouldn't give any kind of thoughts on it.
You can tell when we don't care, because then my review is 5 minutes long. Right. And half of the 5 minutes I'm just breathing deeply because y'all just listen.
Or it doesn't happen.
Right. Because I'm gonna say, catch me out, be quick to be like, I'm not reviewing it.
I'm not doing it. No, like if I don't care about it, I'm not doing it. Sorry.
He's quick. He quick to be like, no, I'm not.
I'm not gonna give him my energy. Y'all aren't giving no goddamn energy.
So which franchise is on the chopping block first?
Well, I think we'll save Dallas. We'll save Dallas for since I guess it is the first thing really that's right here in our face. So I guess that we should just start with that and then work our way to the ones that have become a distant memory.
Everybody thinks it's over.
Because I think it's important, and you know, amongst again for the people, because I did put a whole big bulletin out there. Any producer, writer, director, creator of these shows, and then people who are considering, because a couple months back I did have someone email me that wanted to start a reality show, and they were like, hey, because I was talking about how I was going to do a discussion about, you know, what we need to see and what I think would work and all that kind of stuff, but I never got around to it. So this fits in line perfectly with what that person was asking, like, what is it that these shows could be doing differently to have a better positive outcome? Because I think collectively, and I can't speak for other reviewers, but because we're in the group that we're in, we watch each other's reviews on the show. And it's crazy how like-minded that we are in the way that we think about it. So it lets me know that there's some truth to what it is that our perspectives are saying to the people on our reviews. And I think it's important that these writers and these creators really take our criticism as constructive and apply it and try. You don't have to, girl, I said earlier that you don't have to fucking take everything we say, but because we are passionate and we're not a group of messy motherfuckers, we only want to see you win. We think that it's only right that you kind of at least think about what it is that we're saying and what we're asking for. That way we can do better within our community, and not just our community, but be able to branch out and touch other communities with the product that we're putting out.
Right.
Because honest to God truth, we could be doing motherfucking better. We could be doing much better. And I had a thought the other day. And this is all for all the creators, all of these people. You got G Status that has their own platform. You have Chasing Reality that has their own platform. Why wouldn't it be such a bad idea to combine your superpowers, your resources, your knowledge, your experience to come together and eventually create your own network? It may not have to be on mainstream television, but at least you can combine the efforts and put all of your shows on the same motherfucking network.
Okay. First of all, I think that is a goal. That is something that can be done, but they need to scoop before they crawl and crawl before they walk. And you got these niggas running. First of all, they got to get a successful season that has a cohesive storyline that makes sense and that's not incorporating a lot of shit that don't happen online or in front of the cameras or shit that they've left out. And we all looking confused, like, what the fuck happened? What did we miss? I need a storyline that makes sense all the way through from beginning to end. Can we start there? Can we start there?
Go ahead. Wait a minute. Just coming through, buddy.
I want to acknowledge the chat. Nicole Marmar, you said, can we say what we feel without y'all frying us or fussing at us? Because I want to say something that pissed me off about Dallas. So I want to say this. I don't know. It sounds like you're talking about maybe something very specific. So let me say, first of all, if that happened or someone made you feel that way, then on behalf of the Justice League, I will apologize, because that's never our intention. Right. We want y'all to be a part of the conversation. We never want you to feel like your opinion is not important or it is not valued. in reference to whenever we come on here and we discuss a reality show. If that's a specific situation that happened, then again, I'm apologizing. But to answer your question, you can. I don't want you to feel like you can't say what you want to say. All I ask is that whatever you say it respectfully. But I have no problem with you. And even if you disagree with us, like you don't like, that's the purpose of having a chat. If we didn't want an audience, we would pre-record these videos, upload them, and keep them moving. Right. So if you have a specific criticism that you want to spend, please feel free to share.
Let me pick
and now I'm curious. I want to know what you're talking about, girl.
Like, yeah, we don't mean any harm, and if we are fussing, it's probably because we view y'all as family. So if it's like we fuss with each other, we'll fuss with y'all. Like it's not that deep. Like it's just a conversation. Like we're not taking this shit beyond YouTube. Like we love y'all and we appreciate y'all for tuning in. We would never take advantage of that. Like so if we are coming off harsh, it's really just because we are really comfortable with y'all. But yeah, don't take it wrong. Please don't take it wrong.
Yeah. Now to go back to what you were saying, yes, bitch, I agree with Ebby. I think people, and I'm not saying you, I'm just saying people in general. I think people in general act like all of this is easy, and it's not. It's really not. And you're going to stumble, and you're going to make mistakes, and you see what Bravo puts.
Oh, she froze.
Oh, wait, or she's taking us back in time.
Don't do that. Don't do that. That is not Antonio. Don't do that.
But
she legitimately froze. Yeah, what I need is for them. I know they have an idea and a burning desire to put out a show, but what I need them to first do it. You okay? Because you froze.
My internet been on one, so I'm sorry. I used to laugh at y'all with the Spectrum people, but I can't. It must be my karma, because when I tell you my internet, but all I'm saying is I just feel like it's not easy, and I agree with Ebby. Let's get to a point where we can consistently put out a product before we get to the point where we combine the superpowers, because it sounds good, but that is a whole nother level of. Right. And that's a business level. That takes it from a creative level to a business level. Yeah. So let's get to the point where we can put out, like, let's put them out on time. Let's put a product out that is consistent. Because here's the thing: I don't have to like what you're putting out, but be consistent in what you're putting out. I don't have to agree with the characters. I don't have to agree with the storylines, but be consistent with what you're putting out and make it make sense.
Amen.
Make it make sense.
I think what they should do is maybe take minor shit, like you bumped into me in the club and I'm pissed off at you. Sensationalize that and then stretch that out throughout the season. Stop bringing people's real personal shit into the storyline. Okay, that's probably what's saving Love and Hip Hop. What they arguing about in the parking garage and all that shit is not real at all. And, I mean, yeah, it's real to some degree, but they sensationalize a lot of it. Whereas these web songs, hey Scooter, oh my God, hey Scooter. You're not acting up today.
He got French fries. He good now.
All right.
Say bye-bye too.
Bye.
Justice League out many. Yes, God.
But yeah, maybe use minor shit and then build a storyline out of that and sensationalize it. You know, instead of trying to dig really, really deep, because this is not a documentary. This is reality TV, and the format is so different now.
And I think that's what Reese tried to do this season. We know, and I'm not gonna get into the details, but we know as reviewers behind the scene information, and we know that some of what we saw was for the camera versus what happened in real life. But I think the problem was, Ebby said it, I've said it, and I'm sure y'all have said it too. They got so much criticism in the first season for being boring. I feel like they just overcorrected. And so the fight, even though the elements were put in place, the chessboard was set up for that fight to happen, none of them expected it to be what it turned out to be. And I think the producers was like, oh shit, we got gold. I mean, we have an actual physical altercation. And so I think their intention was to build up to the fight, have the fight, and then spend the rest of the season discussing the fight. The problem was y'all didn't get that shit right. because the fight really happened, but all of the different storylines around the fight and people telling shit and not telling stuff, and then the fact like you fell out with certain people, so now you wanted to skew the fight instead of letting us just be, because again, you ain't gonna never make me blame Dior for that fight. Like, I don't give a fuck what you spend, how you spend it, and what you say. And I don't have to like Dior, but I ain't never gonna put that fight on him. I don't care. He could have shown up.
To do with
Mike Tyson himself, and I'm not gonna blame that fight on him just because he had some boxing gloves. I'm not blaming that on him. So that's where in my opinion, that's where then we started getting into the minutia.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
it got
saying?
really real, and I also believe that there was too many Chiefs and not enough Indians. Y'all need the production needs to be on one accord. Cast needs to be on one accord. If it's gonna be fake, we all need to know it's fake. If it's gonna be real, we all need to know it's real. The fact that we are all on one production team, and certain producers know certain things, and talking to certain people, that should not be.
I think we also shouldn't have production setting people up either.
I think
but let me explain something. I think it all goes back to what it is that we are all originally agreed on. Can you be well, I believe you can be cast member and EP. I believe a well-balanced person can achieve that. But in this particular situation, you have someone who, and again, we've said this, on live with Reese, so it's nothing I'm going to speak for myself that I haven't said before in my reviews, in the live I did this morning, and, here today, bitch. And that is, you don't know how to separate the personal from the business. You claim that you do, but you do not. And I also want to speak in reference to Indario as well, although I love you down, boo, but when you're jumping in the chat and you're also speaking personally about someone, you have to be able to separate yourself from that, because if you don't, we're going to get what we get. And for the last time, the reason that I try to go up for Antonio and try to speak up for him is because of we were introduced to the child. And then all of a sudden it was a cloud of smoke. And then come to find out it was based on personal shit that was going on between these two people. So I feel like I feel yes, God, honey. I feel as if y'all are best.
Can I say something?
Hold on, let me just end that thought real quick. I just feel as if it becomes to the point where you have no choice but to see it for what it really is, and that's someone taking out their personal feelings towards another person. If you're going to feature someone, allow them to tell their story from their perspective. Don't sit there and mingle up with the rest of the cast and then you're throwing shots at someone. Now, if he did something personally to you, that's between y'all. But if he didn't do nothing to you and only to that one person and y'all are siding against him, I can see how he could feel.
Right.
So, okay.
But if when you're given a chance, you still don't answer no. Okay.
I mean,
this pie is so good.
Please.
After you have been on every damn interview panel, from here to Timbuktu, you still ain't gave no definitive answer. When you had a platform this whole time to speak your opinion, I'm just not here. You know what? Nope. I'm not doing this. I'm not going to, because I don't want it to make it seem like I have a personal issue with him. That's not it. My only thing is, it's like you keep saying that you have a truth. What is being put out there isn't the truth. We've been up here 4 times and still didn't give us your truth. So, I mean, just go to the reunion and speak your truth there. That's how I feel about it. I would go to the reunion, boss up, step my pussy up, go to the reunion and say what it is. It's say what it is or either say what it ain't. But I personally wouldn't bounce around from this person to this person and blah, 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 blah. Forget all of that. Like, it's just, it's too, and then you get caught up in your lies. So now I don't know who to believe, whether I need to believe you, whether I need to believe Reese, whether I need to believe production. I don't know who to believe.
But
when
because
you tell
it's
us
so
something,
personal,
you're getting other things that say different.
I know.
Really big.
Go ahead,
Wonder
Woman, honey. Go ahead.
No.
Oh shit.
She done cussed. I saw the FUCK.
Yeah.
Listen, okay, so here's my thing. Even if he went to the reunion, here's my thing. Young man, you just keep talking in circles. they're yes and no questions, and you don't give a yes or a no. You are giving a 4 or 5 minute soliloquy about your body and your face and your skin, which has nothing to do with what we asked you in the first place. Answer yes or no. Like, I don't understand what is so hard about it. It either is or it isn't. And you gonna go
answer anything in his video?
I don't know, because when I saw, because I tapped out when I saw Cloud Chaser, and that was too much for me, and I just at that point I said, okay, I'm tapping out. I'm out. I'm done. Time out. Flag on the play. No, sir. Because no, maybe I'll go back and watch it when I want to go to sleep, and I need an aid to help me do so. I'll go back and watch it until I doze off. But I have no desire at this point. At this point, the season is over with. I do not care unless if we make it to Dallas, then I'll watch it so that I have all the information.
Well, the only reason I don't want to stay on just one cast member, because again, this is a collective thought on the entirety of the show.
I got some words for the other ones too. Go
ahead. But I will say that I get where everybody's coming.
Come on, baby.
I get exactly where everyone's coming from, but I do feel like it's in response to just the way the interview style was for him particularly. Yes, I get it. And after 3, I said, okay, maybe if this was the first interview and it happened on the first one, I can get it. Things of that nature. But after 3 times, it does seem as if, okay, we got the same versions. But I do want to say, like, what can you really say when all these narratives are out there? But I do get it. You should be able to. Oh, child, I'm done with the.
But we see your heart, and we know your heart, and we appreciate your heart. We understand. We understand it. It's just that we are some hard-hearted bitches, and we want a yes or no answer to the fucking question, bitch, and not walking around in circles holding your hand for 30 minutes while you don't answer the fucking question, and you done did so much that we don't even remember the fucking question we asked to begin with because you dancing in circles. Look, boy, if you don't get somewhere and just say yes or no, or what is it? God damn, it's not that difficult. Now,
but I think it does go back to what we said earlier. I really think that it goes back to what really be said earlier about this. Everything, all of this is not easy, and when you're the one that people are pointing the finger at, go ahead, go ahead, girl.
You're not here. What you got to say, sis? Lord, she been dying to get out.
First of all, my computer wasn't plugged in. I had that different angle thing working, and it went dead. Anyway, it gave me a warning, and it didn't give me time to go plug the damn thing in. It just died. But what I was saying about it being hard, I wasn't talking about an interview was hard, because that shit ain't hard. Somebody asks you a question, you fucking answer. Here was my issue with that whole situation. Okay. Here's my issue. You did no less than 4 interviews. You did 2 with the Justice League. You did 1 with Giving You the Real Tea. You did 1 with Wiley. You did no less than 4 interviews.
5. And those 4, channel too.
Okay, that's right. So yeah, okay.
And yes, bitch by himself featuring you.
That's the one I'm including, that one.
But then
one with all of us.
He did 2 with the Justice League, didn't he?
I thought he did 1, and then he did the second one. He did 1 with T, with Giving You the Real Tea, and
he did 1 on my channel, and then he came
and then one on your channel. Maybe that's what I'm thinking about.
Then 1 on T's channel, and then he
either
came
way,
back.
like I said, no less than 4. Yeah, no less than 4. Probably more, but no less than that. Here's my issue, though. You did no less than 4 interviews, and in those 4 interviews, we couldn't get shit out of you. You go on your YouTube channel, you make a 45-minute video, and in the first 5 minutes, you say more in the first 5 minutes of the video on your own YouTube channel than you did in 4 interviews with us. So my thing is this. Then it makes me question what your real intent was in coming on here and talking to us. Right. Because some of the information, and I didn't even look at the whole video on his YouTube. I looked at like the first 10 minutes, and I was like, well, goddamn. He said more in 10 minutes than he did in 4 damn interviews. So I feel like maybe that was the best method for you to begin with, for you to just put a video out and let us dissect the video. Because, for example, he said that the event with Ariel at the gay pride event, allegedly, he says it wasn't him, he says it was Markel, but allegedly he showed his ass and he got disrespectful and he got nasty with the organizers. And as a result, Reese suspended him from filming. And that is why we did not see him for a large part of the season, because he had been suspended for filming. So it's not that he didn't want to come to some of those events. He was not allowed to come to some of those events. You understand what I'm saying? Now, wait a minute, hold on. Yes, bitch. What I'm saying though is, as a content creator, now I'm saying, well, wait a minute.
That's all right.
But it doesn't matter whether it's a lie or the truth. That's more information than he ever told us.
Did we asked him why he wasn't at X, Y, and Z?
Right. Did we ever get that story that he was suspended from filming?
Because we asked you that specifically, and you had
right. So regardless of whether he's lying or not, my point is you never gave us that. So when we're specifically asking you, like the question that Yes B asked him, do you think you and Reese D could ever reconcile and at least get to a place where y'all could be cordial? He started talking about his family members being really disappointed in Reese, and that was not the fucking question. That is a yes or no answer. Either it's yes, I miss my friend, I really wish we could try to work this out, or no, too much damage has been done. We couldn't get a straight answer. And so yes, it might look like maybe we was beating up on him or however he wanted to take it, but I want him to go back and look at those interviews and see if he was the person asking the questions, if he wouldn't feel frustrated like we were feeling frustrated. We weren't asking hard fucking questions.
Okay, and let me say two things. First of all, he did not apologize when you asked him to. He did all of that and did not apologize. Two, people need to differentiate people not letting you escape shit and beat around the bush from beating up on you. We just didn't let you escape the question. We didn't let you, try to talk us under a tree. Like, we was just like, no, okay, we hear what you're saying. Now, the question is, people do that in politics all the time. You're not beating up on anybody because you want a straight answer.
But this is my take on it, and I want to end this because I don't want to spend too much time on one particular cast member.
I agree.
I want to just say that in the strength of, what was that thought, child?
Kumbaya, my lord.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to take your you did.
No. You're good.
I apologize.
Damn. I forgot what I was going to say, but let's move on. Damn it.
Well, when you think of it, just popping in. Hermit TV Junkie, your point is valid. I think they do need to do a better job of vetting the cast members.
Abby had other characters that she wanted to talk about.
Which one? Eeny, meeny, miny, moe?
Right.
I mean, whoever's next, let's just get off that.
But I am gonna put some of that on production. And the reason why I'm gonna put some of that on production, and that's why I do appreciate the fact that we did interviews with a lot of the Chasing Dallas members, because what we found
that's what I wanted
to them is that they did offer production opportunities to either come and film them, or they sent production stuff of them chasing something and that wasn't included. Dior said he sent footage of him doing hair at his salon. We didn't even know Dior had his own salon until he did an interview with us. And so we can't put all of that on the cast members to say, hey, they're not chasing anything if production isn't highlighting it. I know that Carrie D was live today on his Instagram, and he said people were saying he was boring and that he was never around. He said, I went on the show to highlight what I was doing. And the only footage that production had of me doing anything was footage that I provided to them. The footage of him in Atlanta, the footage of him in the studio, the album. Right. He said, we did that as we sent that to production. So again, some of it's not on the cast members to say, oh, you're not chasing nothing. Some of it's on production and what it is they're choosing to show us. And that is where I think the line gets blurred between executive producer and cast member, because I love you, Reese. If you're looking at this, I do. I love you down. But you allow your personal feelings to interfere with your product. And that is why I think that you need to pick one. you need to either be executive producer or you need to be on the show because you have shown us this is 2 seasons in, and I want to see a season 3. I want to see you come back and do it, but I also
Here we
Nope,
go.
she done froze again, Jesus.
Okay, what's your thought?
Let me just insert this thought, the thought that I had forgot about. When
Okay.
it comes to interviewing, I totally understand that we have to get to the meat and the potatoes. But when it comes down to if I ask a question or if you guys ask a question and this person gives you their answer, whether that answer is a long, drawn out thought that may not have led to any fucking road, okay, I feel as if it's not truly, I don't want to say because everybody has their own point of view of what it is to be an interviewer. But for me, my perspective is if I asked a question and you answered it, even though you didn't answer it, you gave me what your response was. I feel like I don't want to go back and forth. I will try to dig because I've done that in the past with a lot of people. It's like I feel like if I didn't get it the first time around, I'll try to come back to it later and sneak it in there to see if I can get the real answer. But if they don't want to give that, I'm not going to beat a dead horse. I'm going to let the people that the viewers judge for themselves. Like when we had that unprofessional situation that took place with Reese breaking the fourth wall, DMing us these messages, that to me was just like, girl, at that moment, the same thing you're trying to get Antonio for, you did yourself. So therefore I can no longer take you seriously as a producer or as someone who's trying to produce a product. But again, I don't want to continue on with the foolishness of chasing Dallas because I think in our collective reviews, we have read these bitches for filth. We've torn the girls down while extending a hand to help pick them up. And the thought that I have, and we can go collectively around with ending this with chasing Dallas, the thought that I have about chasing Dallas, what you guys need to do better at is separating your personal feelings with these casts. If you just had a strictly business relationship with them, we would cut all of the monotonous bullshit out of the way. We would be able to get all of that fuckery on out of the way, and then we can have a product that we can be proud of. Again, we just talked about and gave examples. These young men coming on our platforms to speak to us, they have shot scenes, they have working scenes, but you decided to dedicate your whole final episode to a screaming match that we're not purview to the real inside information of. And then try to spin it to make it seem as if you were okay in that manner. Girl, bye. What are the girls doing? Why am I seeing just a one clip snippet of Carrie D's video when that should have probably been the final kumbaya moment that y'all should have left us with? Let's end it on somebody that was chasing. That was something huge and big for those guys. And you should have been there to support that. Kurt Myers, you just wanted to show a little bit of love because you want to continue your lasting relationship, girl. And I get that. But guess what? This is your show. We didn't even get to see the fucking event. We just saw you and George going the fuck at it. We didn't get to see nothing else. So what was the point? And you were dressed like Maleficent. Girl, please.
I mean, Kelly sang down, but we really didn't. She held no relevancy to the scene at all. Like, at all.
I mean, thank you for Kelly Price, but girl, she needed some hot tea with lemon. Like, honestly. Like,
I mean, everybody has something that they was chasing other than Roosevelt that they did not decide to talk about, and it really brought it down for me. It did.
And can I clear this up real quick
about the drama and the mess.
T, just real quick, and I'm going to let you have your thought. I apologize, but you just made me think of something that I do want to get across because some people were saying that I was overtly mean to Trey Womack. Let me explain something. On the strength of chasing shit, you chased nothing but foolishness. You lied to the viewers and said this is what you can produce to the people. So I have no choice at that point. I'm probably breaking up.
No, you're fine.
Okay. My little dial kept going. Because I have no choice but to believe that it was the relationship that you forged with Reese that got you on the show. Because a real executive producer would have been like, girl, where's the portfolio?
Right.
Where's the proof of concept of what the fuck it is that you can do? Before I put you on this platform and the girls read and roast your ass for not producing any work. So instead, let me me insert you into this triangle of fuckery, and then we'll see how the people react to you. And then now that the people have reacted negatively to that situation, you want to go on this backpedal and pussy pop editing spree to make it seem as if Trey Womack is the victim in certain situations. No, girl, he is the victim on his own terms. He is the victim because he failed to produce any kind of fucking work. And then his confessionals, and he confessed, these are his confessions. You know, that girl, not only are you bald, not only is your beard potentially fake, not only do you have a fake ass career.
Fix it, Jesus.
Because guess what's going to happen? And the reason I'm being this foul-mouthed about the situation is because if we do ever get to a place of major network, do you think it's only going to be the Just Us League roasting you? There's going to be thousands and thousands and thousands of people reading your ass for filth. So if you can't take it in this kitchen, bitch, let me tell you something. You don't need to be in it.
At all.
Now, and that's all. That's my critique for Chasing Dallas as my final assessment.
I agree.
And we're moving on.
So what are we looking for Chasing Atlanta, honey? What are some of the things they need to work on to get better at? Who would y'all want to see up there? Who don't y'all want to see up there?
I really hope they recasted because I'm kind of over. I mean, I'm just over those bitches, girl. I'm just gonna be real with you. I'm just like, I need to see something new.
I love him. Montel, Markel, whatever his name is, he don't give much at all. He barely does, but yet he be top billing, got a peach and all of that. Love Oliver, but baby, let's just give him a spinoff because it's clear he just wants his own thing. That's clear. Lauren, I like Lauren. I just want her.
Lauren's coming back.
I want her to brush up on her reads. Like, you got so much to say in a confessional, be able to go back and forth with a bitch if they get with your ass in a thing.
Girl, you have to be able to read books in order to read.
Because, baby, you walking away from the, I ain't got time for this. Girl, stop pulling the Sierra. Yes, you do got time. You got time.
Right.
You got time.
I got money. I can buy all of y'all in here. That's her favorite read. I'm over that.
Yeah,
I'm over it.
It's done. It's done. Cameron can stay or go because the way Sky read his ass was entertaining as fuck. So if there's more of that going on, I'm here for it.
I would love for Sky to come back.
Absolutely, but given the fact that his friend on another show, I don't know if he's gonna go to that one or stay with
who coming back?
Sky, we heard.
Oh,
and let me be real about Sky. I think Sky,
but I know that Lauren's coming back. I don't know who else is coming back, but I know Lauren is.
I think what they need to do. I think with Sky being the person that he is, I think Sky should start his own franchise. If they're out here doing the franchise thing, I think Sky has the perfect mind frame in order to manage the kind of things that I think we would look for. Maybe he should go over and help Q over there, child, or just be, one of the managing partners or something, because we need a balance in these things. And again, when we talk about, you can update your quality of production all day long, your edits could be everything, bitch. But if your storylines don't add up, if these relationships seem fake as hell and just out of the blue, and certain things are being featured into the filming, but the real important shit is being left out. Right, so when we review, girl, and we're gathering the kids for filth, don't look at us and be like, no, are you watching what we're watching?
Yes, you're not watching. Bring TS Lil Kendra back. Back in notice having whatever.
I don't want Tweedledee and Tweedledum back.
No,
I do not want.
They're not coming back. They're not coming back.
But the disrespect I don't want enough. I want TS Lil Kendra.
Yeah, definitely keep Lil Kendra. I love Lil Kendra.
And then the energy that Wayne the Pain brings when he's with her, I love that too. I love it.
I do too.
Nobody checking for Wayne.
A lot of people didn't go Wayne, but I did.
I like that. He has a big ass dick.
I don't care. Sit your ass. Nobody asked you. Nobody's
filling in for El Teddy.
Nobody why are you here, sir? Why? What are you doing? If you manage, go somewhere, sit in the corner and manage. Get on the phone. Book a deal.
Dre Stumber. Where'd Dre Stumber go? Dre Stumber.
I'm waiting on him. I'm waiting on him to come on.
I'm about to say Dre Stumber. Be looking for a DM from me. Oh, he's gonna come on.
Mm-hmm. Aaron is on a different show that's not coming out. I don't know.
Let me tell you something. Dre Stumber is a perfect example. Let me tell you what Dre Stumber is. Dre Summer is a perfect example of somebody on these shows that can take that shit in stride. I used to roast the fuck out of Dre Summer, and he has always showed me love. You know what I'm saying? Like, we ain't friends and all of that, but he's always showed me love. He never took it personal. He understood what he was doing on that show. He knew what his role was, and he was what it was. And he, you know what I'm saying? He never did that with me. I can't speak for nobody else, but he never did that with me.
That was going to be one of my questions to him.
Like J-Twan. J-Twan did all the talking, and the only thing Berlin did was.
First of all, can I just say, let me be very clear. They didn't play the bad guys.
She didn't do nothing.
They weren't playing. Let me be very clear. There's something wrong with that young man. He needs to sit on somebody's sofa. And I said that when I was reviewing the show. I recognize, like, look, when you have something, it's very easy to recognize it in somebody else. That young man has an issue with rage. He needs to sit down on someone's couch because he's easily triggered.
Yeah.
Right. That's not what that is. It's not
in Florida.
He absolutely does not need to be. He does not need to be on that show because he is not mentally capable to handle not only what comes with the show, but how he's acting on that show. He's too easily triggered. That it's very good that they're not going to be on the show anymore, because let them go and dance and tour and do whatever and do it like that. Don't be on this reality show because you are not capable.
No,
that you're not well enough mentally to handle all that comes with that. You just not.
And when Berlin did talk, she was turning everything into a homophobic slur. No disrespect. I know that there is definitely a lot of homophobia. I know there's a lot of transphobia, but everything that somebody says you don't like is not an attack on your sexuality. I'm sorry, it's not.
And every time somebody them around you, they're not talking about you, Berlin. We know you identify.
Right. It's not about you.
We refer to gay men as women. We don't even use the term him in the gay culture. Everybody's a her.
Right.
Everybody.
Right. No. Shit.
Oliver had said something, and then the show had zoomed in on her feet. And they was like, ma'am. And they was like this, like,
I ain't messing with y'all. I
personally believe that there is something wrong with J-Twan, but I also felt like he was doing that because he knew he could get away with it because he was fucking one of the producers of the shit. Okay, let's just be honest. That's why he got a lot of shit because he was getting busted out.
But can I be real?
I don't blame him. I mean, if you're gonna be a hoe, at least be a hoe with the man in charge. I'm more mad at it, but you know,
the man in charge is screaming you because you claiming him, and he like, what the fuck you talking about? So
we all know that's stressful trait you're doing anyway, child. You know they won't be counting But this is my thing about those people, because I really did like them for some reason. I really did, even though they were a bit overboard on some shit.
As performers, I love them. I follow them on Instagram, and I always show love when they post. That is not my issue. My issue is young man, I need you to get a hold of yourself. For you to, even when they showed the unedited video of that party, when that boy snapped for no reason, there was no reason for the snapping. There was, I don't give a fuck what was, when they showed the unedited version, it was just like what was in the show. So you snapped up, like I've been there before, and I know I have an issue with rage, which is why I don't argue with motherfuckers right now. Because I had to learn to get it under control. Because you'll get to a point where you can't pull it back in, and then somebody's going to end up hurt.
Yeah, because once you
I see that in that young, I see it and I recognize it in him. And so all of that with the producer, all of that bullshit ain't got nothing to do with what's wrong with that young man. He's not mentally well. He needs to sit on somebody's sofa. The point blank period, the end.
Well, the thing about them that I really liked about it, they showed what it was that they were chasing. They actually put their feet on the ground. That video was everything. They showed us something. And on the other hand, we got to see other people, their attempts at music and Jesus Christ Lord. Now behold the Lamb of God. He told me to turn right. I went left. Like, you know, some.
Who attempted that music? Call the name.
Long hair don't care. What's her name? Lauren London, Lauren,
you don't
remember
remember?
what's her name?
Lauren
He kept trying to get Olive in the
a little bit
studio.
of everything. Listen, I'm not mad at Lauren's hustle. She done tried 16 different things trying to come up on some dollars, and y'all watching her.
But let me ask you this question. But let me ask you this one question. Let me ask you this: throughout the entire time that she's been on Chasing Atlanta, when was the first time? Name a time. Maybe I'm wrong here. Maybe I didn't catch it. Maybe I don't remember. Have you actually seen her do hair from start to finish?
When have we seen anybody do anything from start to finish?
I don't know.
I've seen her on her YouTube channel do hair from start to finish. Yes.
Drake Simba said he hit the link. Are you backstage?
Yeah, and
Are you backstage
the
too?
link not working.
I don't see him.
I seen her buying the hair store that she got when her and the ex-boyfriend was up there
property. That's fine, but you're telling us that your hustle is that you slay hair. I need to see you doing hair.
Wait a minute. She said she has many different hustles. She said she sells hair, and she can also do hair.
Well, I'm gonna say this.
But she didn't say that doing hair was her main hustle.
But I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this though. It is documented that Lauren Jaylon, when she was still Jaylon, going by Jaylon, it's documented that she's a hairstylist and that she had her own salon. She was on some other show or something like that where it was documented. I remember Ty talking about that. He was into what was going on with.
May he rest in peace, child. I love Ty.
Yeah.
May he rest in peace.
But I'm just saying, I remember him mentioning it. I'm gonna say this about Lauren. Lauren's biggest problem, she did a whole video. She had started a YouTube channel, honey, and she did a whole video explaining her situation. What it sounds like is that she's a terrible businesswoman. She's a terrible businesswoman. She can do hair. She doesn't know how to run a salon. She doesn't know how to run a business. And a lot of times people don't understand that those are two separate skill sets. Being able to do hair, being able to run a business. Those are two different skill sets.
She needs a business manager. If she had a good, honest,
and not your dad,
manager,
not your dad,
and not your crazy ass boyfriends either,
and not your boyfriend,
right?
She still live in that big, grand, luxurious house. And she said that she lived down the street from Tiny and Tiana.
She's been in China for all year, so she's saying.
Okay, because I just remember that off the last season. She said, because
believe it or not,
I live right down the street.
I follow her on Instagram too. I don't know
China though. And I'm glad y'all saying her, because baby, fuck what she was talking about. Mama is transitioning.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
She's just trying to spare her daddy.
That's all. Almost like she was kind of ashamed of saying that.
Oh, okay,
but I said, but Jaylon, that is what you're doing there, baby.
For a month. She went to China for a month after her and old boy broke up. She said to reset, to try to get some business connections and all that good stuff. How he put her out the house? That was her damn house.
Right.
Yeah, that was her house.
Who died?
How he put her out?
Ty. Dude, they're talking about Ty.
Ooh.
Well, I love Gardini. I know some people up here that don't see it for Gardini, but I love Gardini. I think Gardini is hilarious.
No,
I'll be going up for Gardini.
Wig off and that bright pink lipstick, you look like McGilla Gorilla. Please stop that.
I love Gardini. I don't know what it is. I love Gardini.
Listen, I think Gardini is funny, but there's just something about him. I don't know. My spirit, man, it don't agree. It just don't agree. It just doesn't. And that just may be something me personally just something in my spirit, man, about Gardini is just like something in the middle.
The whole LLC business, though, he tried to dress it up like he was looking out for somebody. It did come across.
And it's a lie. That's a lie. He was trying.
It was really malicious.
He already admitted He already admitted he a scammer. He been scamming people for a long time. So he at least
his whole phrase was scam recognized.
You ready?
I love Gardini. Yeah. I know he's messy as fuck, but I love him.
I do too, baby.
Let me know when you're ready.
Yeah, just like King Gotch, as Scotty would call him. I still think he's great for TV. I don't fuck with him no more, but I think he's great for TV. Because
that's the whole thing Lauren used to do. Remember, Lauren acted like, she was the star and she don't understand and everybody just jealous of her. Nobody knows who you are. No one's jealous of you, ma'am.
Real quick, everyone. I just want to introduce a special guest, honey. You all might know him from tearing up these children's lives. big ass styrofoam cup coming through on these whores real quick.
Yes,
Okay. Motherfucking from G Status ATL Hustle, we have Dre Simber, honey. Yes, God.
Hey, boo.
Hey.
Hey guys.
Hey.
Can y'all hear me?
How are you?
We can hear you.
Can you guys hear me?
Your connection's a little.
I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah. It's a little blurry.
You what?
Okay, am I good now?
Your water?
Am I good now? Can you?
Are
Okay.
you on your phone?
Oh, I thought Evan was talking to me. Yeah, I'm on my phone. Is that like good, or is like a laptop or tablet better?
A laptop is best.
A laptop is best.
Laptop is always best.
I bet laptop. See, I'm in Tennessee. I left my laptop back in Atlanta, so I just been using my phone for everything.
Okay,
I think that's why I'm
Just
moving
make
like
sure
kind of
it's on
weird. Is that gonna be
airplane.
okay or
It should be. It should be.
airplane
I
mode?
would
Let me
just love
see.
to see more of your face, child, because you be serving.
Yeah, it's kind of dark right now.
And since you're on your phone, put it on airplane mode. So, because if someone calls you or texts you, you're gonna have to go out of the studio and come back in.
So you may want to put it on what? Do not
Put
disturb.
it on do not disturb. If you put it on airplane mode, it'll cut him completely off.
Oh, okay, my bad. I'm still learning. Child.
Yeah, I learned that the last time I had said it, and everybody was like, "Nah, not ever."
Okay, that was his slogan. Dre Simber, the only one to remember. Yes. I remember that. Shit, I'm still mad at you for trying to beat up my baby daddy, honey.
Who?
Sherrod.
She's talking about Sherrod.
Listen, I really do have that coming. If you knock something out my hand, I'm going to pounce on your ass too. Don't do that. When we in the middle of the eye again, don't you bring your fuck ass nowhere around me. So I won't mad at it. Period. Hey.
That escalated so quickly.
And you don't knock a goddamn thing out my hand. I'm sorry.
Right. I play about a lot of things. But when it comes to that, no ma'am.
But
I still love you, Joe Sherrod.
And that's another thing we're going to get into later. But since we have Dre Simber here, I did want to talk a little G Status. But we got to wait for him to appear.
Yeah, like
you didn't do a video for that meal you cooked.
No, I didn't do it.
Like that.
I can't. It's just that you know how long it took me to get everything done for that video, editing, putting these things. Girl, that was too. Child, that was too much. That was too much. I'm gonna do it. It's just you make chili, make some steak, put it together. Yes, God, make some rice.
But when a bitch came,
you just should have went live and did it.
Right, you made it.
You
seem
should have went live.
I'm gonna need you to break that down.
How did I do it?
Where was I cooking with George this week?
I hope they're going to be consistent with it because I like it. I think it's funny.
I hope they're going to do it with somebody else.
Yes.
Because them two don't know what they're doing.
Well, the point is right because George can't. George already say he can't cook. Like he's been clear.
And Trey get up there and try and perpetrate like he know what he washing steaks and.
But you were scared of
listen. I
that ain't no
lying about everything. Like
now, you know
every
what
damn thing.
You know what I wouldn't hate.
Can't do tattoos. Can't ears.
You know what I wouldn't hate. I wouldn't hate to see something different on the platform once they get their other shit together. Because again, let's go back to the real issue. And I believe one of the real issues is what we touched on a little bit earlier is let's complete a product and let's make sure that it's doing and let's make sure that it's doing what it should be doing before we start to branch out and get our feet wet in other endeavors. But one thing
when you say that, you said that in reference to who? Because George and Markel are completely separate from anything chasing that whole.
No. I had ended that conversation, but I was going to relate it to what I was going to advocate for.
Oh, okay. Because I was like, wait a minute.
I should have had the thought better thought out. My bad. But no, just saying that, we want to, before we get all these different franchises, let's perfect one first. But in the spirit of branching out into other things to add to their platforms, I think doing a cooking show overall, like having people gays in the community that are chefs, that are cooks, come together and do some kind of maybe cooking competition show, something. I would live for something like that, and it would be considered a little bit more mainstream, if you ask me, while still keeping it gay and spicy.
But that may not be.
Yeah, because how would the audience judge? Who would be judging off of looks, or
there would be no audience judging? That's listen.
No, it would just be like like maybe it doesn't even have to be a cooking competition. Maybe it could just be these people coming together. They're chasing their dreams as chefs, or they have to, do something like we see on the Cooking Network, the Food Network, where they be doing these little contests, like who can throw down the best pork and shit or whatever. Child, the rum is taking in, child. I'm sorry.
that sounds.
No, I feel you. I mean, hey, I just wanted with somebody else other than you know who, and them tight ass jeans, girl. I just wanted to
Drink Simber. I'm sorry it didn't work out, baby. There'll be a next time though, but I appreciate your willingness to come on and talk with us. So so since he's not coming back, I guess we can just get into G status real quick. So word on the curve is they're coming back out sooner or later. What are your guys' thoughts?
I think that statement sooner or later means that it's we don't know when they come in. Oh, silly shit!
Lord
sooner or later, bitch. If you don't get a calendar and pick a fucking day,
please.
Well, who all up there y'all excited about seeing?
Nobody.
Well, there's a lot of new people coming on. The two people three people I'm excited about seeing is number one, Sherrod, obviously. Number two is Brandon Carson, the guy who played and It's About Him. I'm very interested to see him.
I don't know who that is.
Me either. I
don't know.
Do you remember in season 1 of G Status? Well, the only season they had. Hello, they should have been on 3 right now, but hello, God. But anyway, then do you remember when that Gerard Levert or whatever his name is, when Sherrod was meeting with them, talking about his challenges, trying to put his porn pass behind him? Do you remember those guys that he was talking to?
Simba, he said he got some tea.
Oh yeah. When they went out to lunch, I remember.
Well, I know
that name.
Well, you know that Gerard Levert, that's the guy who played the love interest of Brandon Carson, and It's About Him.
Yeah,
and Brandon Carson is kind of well known a little bit too for what he kind of does, because I think he's a pretty good actor in my opinion. I think he does well, and he's cute. Yes, God, and that always works in people's favor.
What was the last one you want, man?
So,
I said,
he said you won't be seeing Brandon. He left halfway during filming, and his face will be blurred out. Oh, not another one of FBI finest. Well,
okay. Well, I guess that just crushes my dreams because I thought he would have been a great addition, but I guess we'll see the tea.
I mean,
so that's probably another reason why I think.
But if he really trying to do something with his life, and then fuck shit and fuckery might not be what he wanted. Listen.
He's not really into fuck shit and fuckery. That's the thing I kind of liked about Brandon Carson is he does not play the fucking around. Like he looks like he's soft and It's About Him, which is a good show. I really lived for that season. Anything after that was nothing but soft porn. But anyway, I feel like he would have added something cute. Him and Mikey both dipped the fuck out. Mikey who? Was that the one?
Mikey who?
Was supposed to be one of the
G status guy who's dropping out like flies? What is going on?
And they have they have their first time. Well, yeah, their first time considered TS girl because Milan doesn't count.
Girl, no.
Yeah, Milan.
Yeah, no. Milan never said he was TS. He never said he was transitioning. Never ever did he say that.
He said he was androgynous.
He said he was androgynous. He never said he was.
I wasn't being serious.
Oh, I was about to say, wait a minute,
wait up for Steve Harvey. You can't say you were you. No,
he said, "Hey, Mikey, the radio host." I don't know who that is. I don't know who he is.
And Brandon is stripping and doing the OnlyFans child. Lord Jesus.
Well, never mind. Well, hey, do what you got to do, girl. Get your
phone. Drop the lane.
But I wonder too, because we got to also talk about this. G Status, I think, was fucked up in their first season because of the relationship between. I feel like they allowed Corday to come through not sing the girls down, and just try to control that situation.
First of all, can we talk about that scene where he was in the he was in the practice space, and what's baby boy name came to see him? Pussy cunt. Pussy cunt.
Charlie
Exile. Cunt, pussy cunt. That's my jam. Listen, that's my song. Okay. Listen, I'm gonna do a TikTok for that. Wait, this you need to hear on that. But listen, when he came to that studio on their little dates, he was trying to get him to go on a date with him, and he got up there and he hit all of Alicia's keys except for the right one. Sister and daughter, niece, baby.
Restaurant, that little
lounge. What are we doing, baby boy? No, even Charlie was like, "Oh,
it wasn't good. It was not good. It was not good."
It says season. Dre Simper said season 2 will not prosper because of production.
Well, the fact that it took a year for it to come out, I'm not holding my breath.
The fact that it took this fucking long that was the reason season 1 production is the reason season 1 got fucked up because
and everybody talking out like.
But I also think we failed to realize how young Ja was at that time period. He was really young, and he's still young. Well, you know, this was like 5 years ago. Our time, child. It feels like it at least. But I just feel like he had a lot of learning to do. But I think on the inception of the first season, I think he did pretty well. It's just he started well, just like with most of these shows. They had a strong start, but that ending was fucked all to hell.
It's trying to do too much. Of people in production.
Oh wait! Why did you turn down confessionals, Dre Simber? Why would you turn down doing your confessionals, baby?
Yeah, why you didn't want to do your confessionals?
Say that again, Herman TV Junkie. G status is good for saying, "Oh, we come in such and such a day," and that day passed, and all we hear is the RuPaul shade noise.
Dre, that's not good, boo. Why you do that? Because you already know that they're gonna edit, they're gonna make you look crazy, and then you're gonna be mad as hell, and you're gonna have a whole lot to say.
Why you gonna have to come on here so we can interview you and then about your side of the
story? Your confessionals.
Right.
Listen, you can come on here and we can do your confessionals about the episode.
Okay.
Like that's something we can do.
Nicole said for David busting.
Yes, really big. Come on, confessions.
Yeah, Lord. He said Ja wants shit to be so elaborate and iconic that the competition surpassing him. Chasing Atlanta is the only show that doesn't have a production team fucking them over. Ooh.
You need to get somewhere where your connection is good, bitch. We need this. Okay. We need this from your voice.
Atlanta, okay.
Right. Okay. We need to hear this from you.
Right.
Well,
we need to hear it from you, honey. We don't. I don't have time for this messaging stuff. We need to hear it from because the way you tell it,
but if you can't, I'll read every message you type in here. Trust and believe. I got my eye on the chat like this. I done moved my makeup brushes out the way so I can read it all. Listen,
I know that's right.
Shit.
Well, who else is that we can read?
Yeah, that was a problem, Nicole. First of all, Corday is a narcissist who refuses to take responsibility or hold any accountability for any of the bullshit that he does. So they had a whole fucking episode where 20 minutes of the episode was him explaining some shit that nobody ever asked him about. My nigga, you was in the boy said you were in his DMs. Nobody asked you why you was there or what was there. He just said you were in my DMs. And then he showed proof. Yeah. And then you want to come up, well, I was only in there to do such and such and so and so. Yeah, you show him with he's on porn and busting it down. Of course I tried to get with him. Okay, bitch, but you had a whole thing where you said you wasn't there. The point was you were there. I don't give a fuck if you was trying to pop your pussy in the handstand for a real nigga. You was in that boy's DMs. Point blank period, DN. I don't know what the fuck you thought was finna. My nigga, that's all we wanted. Was it true or not? That's all. And then you got your raggedy ass on them people's reunion show and put your fucking feet on them people's furniture. You disrespectful little bitch. I would have knocked your ass into the middle of next week. How dare you get on them people's thing and act like you ain't got no motherfucking home training? How dare you?
Shondo.
Listen, I was through with that little boy. What is wrong with you? Who raised you? Where your mama at? We need to talk to her because clearly she missed a couple steps with you. I lost your motherfucking man.
George, I saw you come in here. Where was our cooking segment this week, sir?
George, where the cooking at?
Hey,
George.
George.
Wait, George. Hey, George.
What's happening, George?
Hey.
I had to get off.
No, he's not even cute. Let me be very clear. Peanutters, he's not even cute. He was the light-skinned baby-faced nigga who chin ain't fully grown in yet, who can't sing. That's who that is.
He has no hairline.
Oh, disrespectful bitch. I can't stand that. That's what took me over. Like, listen. Out of all the things.
George said, Abby, come down.
George said, Abby, calm down.
No. The reason we're not going to calm down and we're not going to take our foot off that raggedy sheep voice bitch's neck is because he's a disrespectful little shit who doesn't know how to take criticism with his raggedy Nene Leakes blonde hair wearing that motherfucking ass, no hairline having ass, bitch. And you want to, and the reason. And the reason I'm going,
daddy, he is late on his child support.
And the reason I'm going in on this motherfucker is because he disrespected me, Abby, and Really B last year when we were talking about situations about his supposed new show. The only reason you're bringing out a show with your narcissistic fuck ass is because you're trying to be in competition with your ex. You're trying to be in competition with your ex. Girl, please. I know they say once was last shall soon be first, but girl, you'll always be last. Hello, catch that, bitch.
Great number. Let me say this. I understand what you're saying that KL doesn't want to give Ja any guidance because he don't want it to surpass Fashionaires. Let me
those are two different
things. Let me say
I tried to watch Fashionaires. I could not.
Listen, Fashionaires didn't make no motherfucking sense, bitch. I watched all the episodes. I tried to give you motherfuckers a chance on this fuck ass Fashionaires where you motherfuckers is fighting in the first 30 seconds and don't nobody know who you are, let alone why the fuck you fighting. And then y'all got these convoluted storylines that y'all hate each other, but y'all at each other's houses. Bitch, what? How? And then this one motherfucker talk about he having his charity event, and then he decided to make it a kickback, and then don't tell nobody it's a kickback now instead of a whole formal fashion affair. And so when these people come to your house dressed to the nines and everybody else in jeans and sneakers, you did it to make them look stupid. Nigga, fuck you. Ain't nobody got time for that bullshit. Ain't got time for that.
Oh, wait a minute. So Corday show,
True Fine and all of them quit Corday show. Ooh. Well,
nigga, all of them do this ass. Is anybody shocked by that information? I'm not.
No.
Like Carly Red said, my best friend is Karma, and she a bitch.
Damn.
I'm throwing away all my fucks to give.
Well,
listen, remember who got mad at us?
I was hoping the show would come out because I was going to shit on it every week. I don't give a fuck what happened.
But remember when he got mad at us? Because we were saying how we didn't want to review the show because the show was weak. Remember he got mad at us and talked about us? Karma's a bald head bitch.
But see, let me tell you something though. That's what happens when you're living in the realm of fuckery. Nothing good that you do is going to come to prosper when you're doing it on the heels of fuck shit and your intention is not pure.
Right.
That's what happens to you. That's what happens. And you know what? I never want to see anybody fail. If that's a true passion of yours, I hope he continues to try to push through. You know, I got to give my balance, shit, girl, even to a raggedy cheap voice bitch like that.
That's why it failed. He was doing it out of spite, and that's why it failed.
He did. Listen.
Well, we're breathing too much life into that
dead
bitch.
George, don't come back. Look, don't cut us out.
George, go watch G status and then watch my reviews. Listen, not even.
Corday me and got to.
And you know what?
We were going live a few weeks back, and his castmates went off about his show. You will not see shit Corday doing. Oh.
I mean, he better go back to his old life of sucking dick in alleyways. That's probably why his voice turned into the Jesse Smollett sheep recording. Honey,
let me pass me out.
Just sometimes if you're not a real queen and you don't know how to suck dick properly, it can fuck up your vocal cords, honey.
Allegedly.
And let me be honest with you. I know a lot of people are gonna be like, "Oh, yes, bitch, you promote this health and wealth and unity shit." When it comes to that whore, I don't. That's the one bitch I'll go in on all the time.
Well,
because that's a real disrespectful, self-aggrandizing slut. And let me be real here. And this brings me to my overall problem with a lot of these shows. We know that we're gay. We know that we're fabulous, honey. Well, some of us truly are, and some of us are just faking it till we make it. Hello, God. But none of that means you have to be so self-absorbed. So
for the record, I'm not. I'm fabulous, but I'm not gay. For the record, I'm not.
Oh, hey, honey. Hey.
I'm fabulous.
Yes, God. But the thing that I believe that we're tired of is we know. Let's be real here, people. Let's be real here. We are not.
Drake giving out key, girl.
Hold on one second. Let me just get this out of the way real quick. We understand that the gays in the community, especially the younger ones, we have a tendency to try to keep up with the Joneses, not realizing that's what's going to send our ass to the poorhouse, bitch, if we're not already truly living there. Let me explain something to people. This is what society tells us. If you don't have a year's worth of salary saved up in the bank, guess what, bitch? You are underneath the poverty line. Show of hands. Bitch, I ain't got a year's worth of salary saved up. I am beneath the poverty line. And 9 times out of 10, most of the girls featured on these shows are too. So I'm not going to sit here and stand just because you have that one luxurious name brand piece that we see in every scene. I'm not going to say no names because I think y'all can catch it. You need to be better for yourself because you will be read for filth. We're not going to sit here and keep accepting that you fuckers are living this grand lifestyle, but when we catch it, you're living with 5 roommates.
Damn, in a one bedroom.
In a one bedroom studio apartment.
Making my way downtown.
Well, girl, they must be living up here with these guys rent prices.
So what we're gonna need to start seeing is y'all need to start calming down because none of you have Don Perignon money. All of you are just like I felt like Antonio tickled me when he was like, child, and this is no shade to Chasing Dallas, but it's a shade to everybody. We need to stop scheduling these trips around pay periods.
Wait. And ask Devin why the bitch really got booty from Chasing Atlanta and begged Akeem to get him on G status. Because he an alcoholic and him and that boyfriend is in a codependent abusive relationship.
I like Devon though.
I don't. He do listen. I like his food. Is that good?
I like Devon. I love Devon to death. I've been loving Devon since he was
on abusive relate. What?
You know that boy was whooping his ass. I don't know why y'all acting.
Hold on, what happened?
I did not know. I knew no such a thing.
About what?
You could tell in their interactions that that's what that was.
What are you talking about?
They had broke up for a minute and then got back together.
Who?
Devin and Devon.
Oh, they were fine. They were abusive.
I know Devin was cheating on Devon, but I ain't know nothing about no abuse.
Yeah, but I ain't know nothing about no abusive relationship.
No way.
I knew he was cheating.
The way he was ripping up that goddamn set at the reunion, I believe every single solitary word in the words.
One more majorette, bitch.
First of all, I don't want Devon on anyone's show until he gets some help, until he goes to rehab, go to AA, something.
Well, you know what? This hasn't contributed.
It's not something that I'm saying. This is coming out of his mouth. He knows he has a problem. Him and Akeem both are alcoholics and need to go to.
Yeah, they are. Akeem is alcoholic. He is.
Absolutely.
Now that
said you wake up and the first thing you do is drink, and Akeem said when he got home and he don't know he knew his boyfriend was going to get exposed for fucking Oliver, but the gag is Sherrod fucked him too. That's
Dracember, the one to remember. Yes, bitch.
I can't get to my thing fast enough. Wait a minute.
You need to come on, bitch. You need to come on, bitch. You got the link. I don't care if you got to go to McDonald's, bitch, and steal their Wi-Fi.
Yes,
Come,
Sherrod, you know I love you down, baby. But I'm not here. Listen, Sherrod, I love you down, baby. But I'm not here for you being all up in your feelings about people exposing you doing porn, but you fucking everybody. That's on the goddamn. I ain't here for that now, Sherrod. That's Sherrod. I love you, boo. You know I love you down.
Dracember. When is
He's still doing porn. So is he not supposed to be doing
But I do know that's why he left. I do know that's why he left. I told y'all that's why he left chasing Atlanta, because of that whole situation with Oliver and his boyfriend. I told y'all that. Remember, I told y'all that.
Now I don't know if Sherrod is still doing porn now, but I know his whole premise on G-Status last season.
That wasn't a question.
Well, then what was the whole point of him getting so upset and in his feelings and crying about people breaking up doing porn?
Okay, this is me right now. Look at. That's how I feel about everything Dracember saying.
Hey, listen, I've seen a couple of Sherrod stuff on Twitter. I mean, you know,
Devon boyfriend paid Sherrod to have sex with him.
Is that what you're saying? He paid for it?
He not. You can see the whole video on Twitter. The whole thing. Multiple.
I saw it on Twitter.
What? I hope not.
I'm sure.
Oliver's not dating Kane. No, he's not. I ain't saying they ain't fuck, but I said they not dating.
Dracember put the balance scale signs, serving justice and truth.
Yes.
Bitch. Woo, girl.
Well, listen, why are you not so I can do a super sticker of the festival?
Wait. Hermit. What? Ew, no. What they gonna do? Bump pocketbooks?
Well,
no.
I thought Kane was a top or a verse. I thought he was verse.
Oh, you and Devon got beef? Oh Lord.
Oh girl. We
Lord,
thought.
why you and Devon got beef?
Kane is on top of what? Kane is on top of what?
Exactly.
I thought he was verse. He does both.
And his best friend woman he's like this. So are we really gonna believe what he says?
I don't trust none of these people. I don't trust none of these people.
Okay, let me. Let me go ahead with okay, cause girl.
So Devon's boyfriend Devin is fuck Oliver, whatever the fuck his name is, fuck nigga number one, decided to have sex with Oliver and pay Sherrod for his booty. Is Sherrod selling his
booty? Listen, what
is happening?
Cardi ain't got no man.
Listen, Sherrod get paid to have sex on camera, so I'm kind of with Sherrod, bitch. I ain't finna fuck you for free. You go give me some, goddamn it. You go pay a rent bill,
especially when you have a crazy ass drunk boyfriend that'll probably kill you. I need to be paid if I know I have
our first scene, child glass thrown at everything. He threw a glass at you? Oh no. You should have whooped his ass. I hope you did. I hope you bopped that bitch right in the that's what
he didn't say who threw the glass. He said glass thrown.
I don't give a fuck. Bop that bitch right in the top of his head until he gets some fucking.
See, and you know what though? I'll be here for mess. I know a lot of people think I'm not here for mess, but obviously I am, because we have bestowed blessings on you whores today, honey. We have been shading life, bitch. Like we are the coming bitch. Okay, girl. Like we've come through.
I wasn't ready.
But you know what? Hey, the girls will be okay. But I'm here for it if there is a balance, and if we can get what's supposed to be filmed and to connect these storylines, to connect these characters together. That's all I'm asking for when it comes to these shows that we're talking about here today, is some form of cohesion and professionalism. Because at the end of the day, I don't think that. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, I'm just wrapping it up real quick. Okay, so just my overall thought on it all is like we need to be able to have, again, cohesion, storylines that connect the characters, and what these people are doing. And because at the end of the day, we need to have better representation. Again, and it goes back to how a lot of Black women feel about reality television as it pertains to our Black women, like the Real Housewives of Atlanta or Housewives of Potomac and Married to Medicine. Is that the depiction that is of Black women as being in general? Because that's always a conversation. And now it's a conversation today when we're talking about Black LGBT web series. Go ahead,
But
Karen.
you know what? Sometimes things go a little bit too far dealing with shows like this. Like how earlier when I was telling Ebby about the live that Montel did
And
about O'Neal. It went way too, when you start talking
when
about
that nigga said, if you come to my house, I'm going to stab you.
I saw that. Yeah, he kept talking about his dad.
Yeah, he meant that. Like, yeah.
Your dad.
Sometimes it goes
too
far.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. He went on live and said that he's gonna get somebody to stab him. He gonna get somebody to shoot him. He gonna kill his bitch. Fuck your dead ass. Go get
Okay, so Dre Simmer, you were trying to show your growth, and you said it didn't work. That's messed up.
Wait, whoa. This was gonna
The
be
scene was shut down. You'll see he thought he was trying to be the Nene of G status. Bitch, we fight. This is not chasing Atlanta drunk bitch. So unnecessary. Oh, well.
And again, it goes back to production and their how they take things so personally. If you want a good product, you need not just a balance, but you need to be straightforward on the business front.
You need to have some integrity about yourself. You can't be a messy bitch in doing production. You can't be, you need to be on the up and up and have some integrity about yourself. You can't be doing messy bitch shit when you trying to put on a production such as this. That's not going to going to work.
First of all, in most instances, like you can, like Andy Cohen with the Housewives, you can have some sort of friendship between production and talent if it calls for that. This ain't that type of platform. You have to choose. Are you gonna be friends with them, or are you gonna be business? Because you are their boss. And when you're dealing with a bunch of punks and a bunch of gay boys, you gotta set the tone. Because if you give them one small crack of, oh, we cool, they're gonna feel like they can always be cool with you and not really respect what the fuck you gotta say. You can't come down with the peasants too.
There has to be a point where we draw a line in the sand and we put integrity over fuckery all the time. Because, and what's going to happen in here is, and I think Ebby really a lot of y'all touched on this in your reviews, and not just, again, this isn't just about Dallas, this is about everybody.
Right.
You have to, damn, what was the, fuck, what is wrong with me today, bitch?
We were separating production from like friendships and all of that.
You have to be able to, separate production.
Okay, well, let me tell you, I'm gonna talk until the thought come back to you. What we need you to have is before you start, I need you to have it has to have a firm foundation and a genuine point of view of what you want to show. And then you have to storyboard the entire season, not just the first couple of scenes, not the first couple of episodes. The entire season from beginning to end has to have a through storyline that you want to tell. Then you cast your show around that particular storyline to plug in the people that are going to speak to what it is that your point of view is and then what you want to show. Now, there may be some mess now and then because personalities clash and everybody don't get along, and that is fine. You put that in there too, because if this is a reality show, then you want to show what really happens with people of opposing views and lifestyles and different upbringing. When they come together, some shit is gonna go down. Now, what you cannot do is go up, because this is what happened to Chasing Dallas, and I'm going to tell you because I don't think a lot of people are talking about this. This season should have been longer than what it was. Reese had planned a whole bunch more episodes. That's why it ended. And then after all of this shit went haywire with this fucking fight, he decided to re-edit and cut the season short. So the way the season ended was not how it was supposed to end. There was supposed to be a whole nother drawn out storyline. And there's a bunch of
Let
shit
me ask you this.
out and re-edited, so we didn't get it.
Let me ask y'all this question real quick pertaining to that, Abby, that wonderful observation, might I add. Do you think that's even more intentional because more shit was going to come out into light and we were going to be bashing and reading for filth even more?
Right.
Because why spend the time and the money?
I believe they were going to run with this narrative. They were going to run with that narrative with Trey Womack until it backfired. They were going to run. They was going to speed through and run with this narrative. And when they got the feedback and nobody was shooting this boy any bail for this fight, they thought he was going to be the hero, and they was going to base that. I bet you dollars to donuts they was going to base the rest of the season around Trey Womack and all of his foo-la-la, whatever the fuck he got going on. But here's the thing.
Yeah,
Teddy.
Hey, Teddy.
When he got the blowback and nobody was seeing it for Trey Womack the way he sees it for Trey Womack, then he decided, well, I'm just over this and I'm cutting the season short and we just gonna end it here. And that's legit what happened to this season. This season could have been a whole different other thing, but he decided that's it. And again, this was going to the point that I was about to make. Once you have a clear vision and point of view, you need to story and stick to your point of view. Don't look left, don't look right. Yes, you can take some constructive criticism about editing or how long the scenes are or how long the episodes are, things of that nature, but the actual content you do not change to please the people.
Right.
This season was an overcorrection for what happened last season. Last season, the criticism that he got was, oh, this is boring, there's no drama. It's all he showed was like them talking about being homeless, being thrown out, their coming out stories, things of that nature. And all we got, their sex addictions, things of that nature. It was real shit last season and not much drama. And they got a bunch of criticism for that. And this season, which was full of drama and none of the stuff that we got last season, it was an overcorrection. Now, I hope with season 3, he can take the criticism from both season 1 and season 2, put them together and meet somewhere in the middle and have a clear, sturdy foundation of what story he wants to tell for the 3rd season. Maybe he has to take himself out of the cast altogether and allow and then plug in the people and play puppet master from behind the scenes as the executive producer, which he seems to be very good at. He seems to be very good at. And then he will finally see a fully realized show that he can continue to work on that could build up to be put on a national network. But as it stands right now, if he keeps everything like he did season 2, it's forever going to be on YouTube because it's a bunch of foolishness.
I think one of the issues too is, and I'm going to get to Hermit's question because I think that's a really good question, but I want to say this real quick in terms of the directing the show. Again, this goes for everybody. When you listen to the viewers and a lot of times the viewers, and I hate to say this, are messy queens. Young-minded punks who have yet to experience anything in this thing called life. So, of course, they're going to be calling for more foolishness and fuckery. But guess what? You know what stands the test of time? Real motherfucking storylines. Real shit. We will forever remember Tony Price, no matter who liked him or not, because he bared all with his substance abuse. We will forever remember a King Kane because he shared his sex addiction story with us. I know, child. You know. We will forever remember Corday with his sheep goat vocals because of his also sex addiction with people. We will remember these people, even with Sherrod's storyline. It is a struggle, whether he was being truthful about wanting to get out of life or not. I understand there's a pull and attraction to darkness. Well, I'm not even going to call that darkness, to getting to the money, bitch. I understand that part. So these are real stories. Even with Dior, again, when we are putting in these moments of realness, it gets overshadowed by the fuckery that takes place in the next episode. You trying to touch on the issues that do affect our community. That's only like one scene out of 14 episodes that we're getting. And guess what? We forget about it because there's too much fuckery going on afterwards. Go ahead. I just wanted to answer Herman's question real quick, really B, if that's okay. Or I'm sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I feel like, and maybe it's me.
Ooh.
I feel like, I don't know how to word this, but that's what we keep saying. So you're saying that the storylines you remember most are from season 1. So Reese was giving y'all what he promised in season 1, and people gave him shit. So then this season he tried to give y'all what people said they wanted, and people gave him shit.
He gave, and I'm sorry to cut you off. He gave what he wanted. He didn't give what the people wanted, because in every scene he's there. Every scene he's there. And everything has to do with him.
That's not true.
But that's how it was.
The drama, because that was the criticism. The criticism was, oh, the show was boring. Oh, it's boring. Y'all not doing nothing. So he was like, okay, y'all want drama? I'm going to bring you drama. So
but okay.
I don't understand how he can win. He gave the first season, he was trying to show y'all, or when I say y'all, I'm talking about the viewers. He was, and you just said, that's what I remember. I remember Tony Price in his drug addiction. I remember Reese talking about being homeless. I remember Kane talking about his sex addiction. Okay, that's what we remember. But then the criticism all season was, this shit boring. This shit's boring. It's boring. So then he, in the off season, he was like, okay, y'all want more love and hip hop? I'm gonna bring you more love and hip hop. Now this year it was, Reese ain't doing shit, and he's not showing us chasing anything. And I don't know how he can win. Let
me just say this real quick, because I want this to be understood real quick. I have no problem with you trying to do some correction and listen to what the people have to say, but when it's because of you're in every scene, every piece of drama. A lot of people don't like certain people because of you. You're the head of the drama, but you're the executive producer. That's the problem that I have. You did not try to listen to the people, because you put yourself in those situations to create the drama. If the drama came off between the cast, then I probably would have been okay with that. But because you started and you are involved in a lot of this fuckery, I can't respect that move.
First of all, but here's the thing. He was in all the scenes on season 1 too.
Yeah, he was in all the scenes last
season. So that hasn't changed from season 1 to season 2.
But it wasn't heavy. But there wasn't not a lot of heavy fuckery coming from him though.
Trying to do.
Let me be very clear. Any drama that was in season 1 was manufactured by
season 2, but it was clear
that wasn't enough for everybody.
He was trying too hard. I don't know for y'all, but I could.
Well, we can't listen to everybody, because then they end up being the ones directing your path. You can't listen to everybody, because not everyone's going to have your best interest at heart.
That's what I said. What I said is that you need to have a firm foundation and point of view and what you want to say, and you are not and you need to go to this knowing that you are not going to please everyone. So
I agree with that.
And whoever gets with you, and who don't, they'll be watching anyway because they want to be able to shit on the show. And you still getting the views. So hate it or like it, he needs to be firm and sturdy and confident in whatever it is his point of view and what he has to say. And have a cohesive storyline that makes sense.
And a jack of all trades is a master of none. Like, yes, it was a boring season last season. You are solely trying to be the one person that makes this not a boring season. So you are collectively going around starting shit with everybody. And then we question you on it. Instead of you just saying, yes, y'all said y'all didn't want boring, so I went around starting shit. You wanted to blame everybody else. Then for me, aside from that, my only other issue was not the fact that there was drama, was the fact that there was 5 episodes of us talking about the one fight. And y'all continue. Like, okay, the drama happened. Move the fuck on.
I agree.
Damn.
I do agree.
Move on.
Just real quick, because I felt like this was interesting. I can't really speak too much on this because I really don't. I have a thought on it, but because I'm in the realm of being a black gay man, I wouldn't have any ties to watching a lesbian series. to be honest, I think it would be easy. Hermit TV asked the question: do you think it's intentional that lesbians haven't been included in these shows?
They have their own show. One time it was in my little mentions. I did not watch it, but there is a show for lesbians only with no gay men. It's just lesbians. It's like, but it's just, you have to look for it. Just like we were looking for, well, we didn't really look for this, but because we're gay, they have kind of brought it to us. But
well, if you want to see a show for lesbians, you can always go to Between Women. That's a whole show dedicated to lesbians. Films, studs. It's all lesbians, and it's actually pretty good. I watched it. It's actually
where can you watch it?
It got some stuff.
Where can you watch it at?
It's on YouTube. Between Women.
Okay, that may have been the show.
Mm-hmm. And real quick too, I had somebody in the beginning in the chat early this morning asked me if I could ask you guys, for those people that don't know about these shows or even a show that we may not be talking about here today, could you guys go down the list on which show that you would refer people to watch if they wanted to get into a gay web series?
Of course, the Chasing reality series. I recommend y'all watch Atlanta. There's 3 seasons of that, 2 seasons of Dallas. LA is about to come out. The Chasing reality brand is putting out a lot of content, so just follow them and subscribe to them. Of course, the Come Up. I don't review it, but I do watch it along with Yes Bitch. Like, I have my thoughts, and we talk about it in the group chat, but it's just too much going on for me over there. But it's a good watch. Like on Sundays, it's a good show. And also, Kevon Burns has another show called The Shit We Do for Love, and it's like a dating show mixed with reality. I do review that, and that also comes on Sundays. That's pretty good. And then I think Giving You the Real Tea was, you're reviewing a show. It's a scripted LGBT show, right? Called First Timers or something like that.
Yeah. That's really good. Definitely go hit up First Timers on Dreamhouse Television Network. It's a scripted show. It's actually pretty good. You can also go to Ballroom Classics. They have a lot of scripted LGBTQ shows, the Triangle series, Davenport Diaries, and it's not just gay people in it. It's gay people, straight people. They got kids. Like it's a lot, but it's actually really good.
HGTV is a network that has a lot of gay shows, like Real Lies. It's a couple of shows that HDTV has. So be sure to check them out too on Instagram. And I know through Instagram you can get to their network.
Really, B, you wanted to say something?
Actually, it was on a whole different topic. I was just saying, I think one of the things that these shows can do, I think they really need to do social media blackout, like a lot of the network shows do. They can come on and they can promote the show, but they're not allowed to speak on storylines until after that episode has already aired. I think I agree. Now I will say that I am starting to see more mainstream social media. I'm getting messier, but they used to be real tight on their social media presence. Now it is starting to get real messy now. I don't know why, but it is starting to get real sloppy. It is starting to get real sloppy.
Talk about production.
But I feel like I shouldn't know if you and so have fallen out. I shouldn't know nothing about it till I see it on screen. You know, right. I just feel like that I really feel like that all the production needs to tighten up some of these NDAs and need to tighten up. Like, you can promote the show all day long, but you should not be speaking on storyline. I mean, yeah, we like the tea. Don't get me wrong. I appreciate it, but I shouldn't know. And that was my problem with Kane reviewing the show. Not because I had a problem with Kane personally at that time, but because he was saying things out of sequence that we didn't need to know yet. And so now as a viewer, I'm confused because Kane said X, Y, and Z went down, but I didn't see it. So I don't know what he talking about. Now, as far as the show, I'm learning a lot. Y'all, I don't know about all these other shows either. I really just do the Chasing brand. I probably will watch G Status because I need to see this train wreck that Dre Summer speaks of, honey. But and I was going to actually watch Corday's show. I didn't know if I was going to review it or not, but I was going to watch it. See what he was talking about, child.
Dre Simber, that is actually a good question. Have any of y'all watched On the Way Up Atlanta? They followed me on Instagram, but I never really.
Hey, Dre Simber, are you talking about the HD network? I haven't watched any shows, but from the previews, I can understand.
I don't know. I just know they followed me, And I guess they wanted me to watch it and review it, but I had no interest in.
I mean, did that just come out?
Yeah, I think it did just come out.
Okay.
And let me say this too: in order to get people's attention to want to review your shows, you have to possess something, some type of balance, some type of a translation of what it is, the point of view you're trying to bring across, as Evie talked about earlier, because that's the only way we're going to be able to really stick with something. Because I have tried to say that I like the Come Up Miami, I'll definitely most likely review because I'll be biased. It's in Florida. I'm from Florida, so I'll probably do that. But like certain shows I don't review because it's just like I don't feel. The reason I still do Dallas and Atlanta because that's what I started doing. So I'm going to finish. I'll be done when they're done. Okay. But anything else, if you want to grab my attention personally, you have to be bringing it, girl. And for me, in my perspective, I need to see the girls working. I need to see the girls pushing their dreams because guess what? You have a lot. One of the storylines that we see a lot throughout these web series is the homelessness. We see a lot of these kids come from nothing. We see a lot of these kids getting put out of their homes. That's what we see. So a lot of these younger gays are watching you guys that are stuck in situations in their real life. So they're looking for, I hate to say it, they're looking for you to kind of educate them in a way. I don't really want to say that's your responsibility, but it is what it is.
I was going to say, but that's not. I don't think that's their responsibility.
It's not their responsibility, but it's the same way about as a mother, how you carry yourself, your child will see you, and they'll emulate that. So if you're walking around here like a whore, your child's going to think it's okay to be a whore. And it's the same thing with the show. And it's the same thing with the show.
That's a whole nother conversation, but I disagree from the point of view of, as a Black woman, that's the same thing that we get all the time with reality shows. All these Black women going on here acting crazy, and they making it bad for all Black women, and Bad Girls Club, and Love and Hip Hop.
Think about it though. That's how people
I don't feel like. Wait a minute, let me finish. I don't feel like they are indicative of all Black women, and I don't feel like they are a representation. So I don't feel like these shows need to be responsible for being a representation for all Black men.
But when people put that in their search, when people go to see these shows, we have to think about the small-mindedness of the majority out here in the world. Unfortunately, that's how people look at things. They see, if this is all they see of a representation of a specific social group or class or race, they're going to be like, okay, they must all be the same way. And I know that I shouldn't think that way, but in a lot of cases I do. And when I look at the show, if I see every single reality series depicting the same shit, I'm going to have no choice to say, well, all the reality series are the same. Because technically that's all we're seeing, at least from my perspective. When I watch The Come Up, when I watch Chasing Dallas, Atlanta, G-Status, we get the same
thing about reality TV with Black women.
We get the same thing.
That's what I'm saying. So I don't think, but just like I don't think it's Bravo's responsibility or Mona Scott Young's responsibility to depict Black women any particular way. It's a TV show. It's a fucking TV show. Either you like it or you don't. I don't think it's her responsibility to make Black women look any kind of way. And I don't think that she should be crucified because she puts Black women on TV she is making money. She's here to make money. Reese is trying to put out a product to make money. Josh trying to put out a product to make money. They never proclaimed that they were going to set a positive stereotype for the gay community. They did.
But I feel like that should be the overall goal, though. Again, that's just my personal outlook on the situation. I feel like because it's so important to us, give us the real mess later. Let's open these doors and let's try our best to have this,
But that's what's important to you, beloved. That's not necessarily what's important to them.
Yeah, they trying to make money. And I mean, their goal, and that's why Reese did what he did with overcorrecting, because Reese is trying to make a product that people are going to watch so he can ultimately make money. And if he can highlight people doing something along the way, great. Yes, it's called chasing this and it's called chasing that. I get it, but at the end of the day, he's putting out a product. I don't know. I guess as a Black woman, because we get that same criticism about Mona Scott Young and what she's putting out there, how it's depicting Black women this and Black women that. But I don't think it's her responsibility to make us look any kind of way. If these women want to get on there and act a fool for a check, as long as people are watching, the people we need to be mad at are the people who watching. Because if it wasn't making money, they would stop doing it. I know you disagree, El Teddy, and that's fine. and so does Yes Bitch, and maybe somebody else, and that's fine. But that's just how I feel.
I mean, we're all entitled to our opinions on this matter. And like I said before, we've had deep discussions about this behind the scenes, y'all. Like this is a ever talked about conversation. And it's okay to have different perspectives on it because again, what I like, not everybody else is gonna like, and vice versa. So it's okay. But I just do feel as if we have to hold ourselves accountable for what kind of product we put out there. And when we do put a finished product out there, we can't continue to be upset based on what people have to say about it. Because you decided, you saw it before you put the final product out there. If you're okay with it, then you should be okay with being torn down and being read for filth. Because what I'm not going to go for and continue to go for with these shows is this repetitive nature of trying to proclaim we are here to highlight what these young black men are doing, but instead everything's so convoluted because of the foolishness, the fuckery. So don't trick me. That's all I'm asking for. Don't say we're here to chase Dallas. We're here to chase Atlanta. We're here to chase LA. We're here to do all of these things. We're hustling in ATL, bitch. If that's the case, let me see that. Sprinkle a little mess here and there. Put your little pixie dust on it, bitch. That's fine. Shout out El Teddy for pixie dust. Okay, bitch.
You said you didn't.
Right.
Well, you're right. I assumed you were talking about what I was saying because I was talking at the time when you typed in I disagree. So you're right. I assumed you were talking about what I said because you said you disagree.
Well, you know that there's a couple seconds time delay from when we're speaking to when the chat appears. So
yeah, that's why I say that's it. Okay.
But just overall, I'm going to end my thoughts and then we'll go around the table and then give our overall thoughts because we've been on here almost 2 hours. And child, this rum got me feeling like I need to be run through, bitch. So, yes, y'all.
We're not gonna run past that like you just didn't say. Okay. Baby boy.
Y'all need to be more like me. Y'all stay horny. Y'all need to be more like me.
Child, you gotta pass the time.
No, we don't. That's an overcorrection. No, ma'am. No, we don't. Nope.
Did you say that's an overcorrection?
It is. That's an overcorrection. We're not doing that. We're not doing that.
Hey, everyone needs a little tender love and care, honey. Okay.
Okay.
Everyone needs a little tender love and care. Oh, don't worry. And one thing we'll get back. Are you guys got time for a backstage conversation?
For a few minutes, yeah.
For a few minutes? Okay. So I just want to end my final thoughts on this. And again, we'll go around the table just real quick. Again, I love what everyone is doing. All of these shows are doing what they want to do. I appreciate it. Again, even with bad reviews and bad opinions, we only do that because we're passionate and we want to see you guys excel. We want to see you guys push through, bitch. Especially in a time where our talents as gay black men, as black people, period, not just gay but all around, we're being shunned and pushed into dark corners. It's hard. And again, that's why I applaud you guys for giving us product and putting things out there. Again, no matter our perspectives on the shit, you did something that no one else is really out here trying to do for us, by us. So I appreciate y'all at the end of the day. Please take our criticism constructively. Again, you don't have to apply. You don't have to give a fuck. But at the end of the day, these are the things in which me and the rest of the Justice League are saying that we would like to see, our expectations, our concerns, our issues with what we've seen with these shows and what we're trying to see for the future shows that are going to be depicting us. We want to see you win. We want to see good storylines. We want to see things make sense. That's my final thought. Table, take it away. Table. You know what I mean. Shit. You know what I mean, Chad.
What?
I mean, y'all pretty much summed everything up. I think the thing for me is I just want something to be like in decency and in order, okay? God not a God of confusion, and what y'all got going on don't need to be a bunch of confusion and mess either. All right? If you're going to have some mess, that's fine. I'm all here for the drama, the mess, the hitting, the spitting, all of that. But it has to be a balance of mess and whatever it is that your show is. If it's a healthy balance, I ain't got nothing bad to say. That's all I'm going to say, and I'm going to leave it at that.
December, you're right. We need to hook up, boo. And I can't wait for you to get your hot spot situation together because I need to get all this tea.
Okay. Just keep the integrity. Just, like everyone was saying, you can do what you want to do and build off the foundation, but have a foundation. And don't steer left or right from that. Honestly, by the time the show airs, the season should be done. So whatever the fuck we feel about how long something is drawn out or how boring something may be, we need to already see what we're going to see. And don't alter that based on, the criticism, because the criticism is going to come. You cannot please everyone. You just can't.
Facts.
You just can't. So just keep the integrity. Do what you want to do, but the sole purpose of the show should be your vision.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, I just want to say, I'm going to piggyback off of Cat's Meow. Yes, keep your integrity. Start vetting who you're putting on these shows. Make sure that they are really doing what they said that they are doing. Don't just put people on the show because you like the way they print, look in their pants, boo. And they done sang you a song and dance, and they not doing any of the bullshit. They scamming you about what it is that they supposedly chasing.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Don't let my man tell you he a tattoo artist, but they don't have no pictures of him doing any tattoos. Not one. Nowhere. Anywhere. Not a crooked letter. Nothing. Not a misspelled nothing.
Not a misspelled word.
Not a misspelled word.
You're going to take a lot of pictures. You're going to be proud of it when it's your passion.
Right.
To answer your question, Amber, I will not be attending the reunion. That situation is too soon, and I can't already.
Yeah.
I will be there, unfortunately.
Am I gonna call your baby daddy? Listen.
If I would have gone, had I had a heads up, like maybe in March. But
You going anyway, I'll speak to you off camera, Cast Me Out. My final thought on the situation is I need you guys to be more self-reflective. Like everybody's saying, maintain your integrity. We need to keep the lines drawn. If you want to be a business person and you want to be respected as a business person, then you need to move as a business person would move. But be reflective and truly learn from your mistakes. You know what I'm saying? If you did this and you were young, you made a mistake, or you truly, and I would say seek out a mentor. Seek out a mentor, because a lot of times there are people who have been there, done that, and they don't mind sharing what they know. But you have to be a willing student. You have to be open to what people are saying to you. But I just say be reflective. Be truly reflective, not reactionary, but reflective. Hey.
Amen.
I'm so hungry from dinner, so I'm eating the crab shell.
No, you can't. No, don't do that. Don't eat the crab shells. You want something else to eat?
Oh,
not the shells, baby.
Okay. All right. I'll get you. Come on. I got some crackers or something. Give me a minute, baby.
Oh, give her more than crackers, please.
Dre Sember, you want to know who's my favorite? The one that gets on my nerves the least that week. That's who my favorite is. Listen, this is just a rotation.
Mine too.
Carousel.
I mean,
right.
I don't really have favorites.
Yes, you do, liar. Yes, you do. We know who your fucking favorite is. I don't even know why the fuck you said that.
Oh, my husband.
Oh, my husband.
That's about it.
Yes. The one you pick us all off the screen so you can say hey to? Yes, that one.
Hold on real quick. Hold on real quick. We're going to just do it. He may not be here today because my baby daddy is busy making coins, bitch. But my husband may not be in the building, but we're going to shout him out anyway. Wooda Lee is me and he is mine. Okay? He's mine. You might have had him once, but he's mine, bitch. Bringing these Justice League members back online again. Okay.
Shenanigans, sir. Shenanigans.
It's your fault. You brought it up. That is my
name. My name is not Susan, okay? So
stop trying to
okay.
give her your
I
snack.
Wuda. That is my boo. Shout out to Wuda, and I will be watching and reviewing with your fine ass. Now I'm gonna take my cell phone out before this bitch do it.
You knew it was coming.
I was hovering over the button. I love
it.
You almost got bippity boppity boop right on.
And I will and as Abby's manager. As Abby's manager, I will be offering Abby cuss out services. We'll be posting the payment schedule on on the community wall, honey.
Oh God.
Anything else, guys?
I'm good.
No, just do better. Just do better.
Do you want to tell them about what you have coming? I don't want to speak on it because it's yours. Later this month. Yeah, you.
Oh. Well, later this month, real quick, church announcements, I guess. Yes, guys.
Come on, church announcements.
Okay. Later on this month, I was going to premiere it tomorrow, but I got a lot of things going on, and I'm waiting on a camera because I want a better camera that has better quality. But I will be premiering the Yes God Roundtable, and basically the Yes God Roundtable is going to be a collective table of like-minded individuals who represent the Black gay community very well. Which is going to be the Cat's Meow will be featured. Amen. Giving You the Real Tea will be featured as a panelist. Scotty by Nature, also known as Mr. Still Standing, will be a panelist. El Teddy 27 Official will also be a panelist. And basically, what it is I wanted to put together a space where we can talk all gay Black issues. Just because I don't think we have that out here. I don't think that there are people that's going to give you something real to talk about. Do you want to come on real quick, or you want to just meet us backstage, El Teddy? I just see your avatar. I don't see you. Let me know what you want to do. But that's basically, you want to come on real quick? No? Backstage? Okay. So just creating a space where we can have these conversations, share our experiences, and try to build some kind of connection, because there's a lot of lost queens out here in the world. You are trying to find your way through this dusty thing called life, and you have a lot of people, yes, this dusty thing called life, and a lot of these queens are looking, like we talked about earlier, and at least in my opinion, that we're looking for things to teach us. Because we don't have teachers, we don't have mentors. So that's the reason for the Yes God Roundtable. So tag all the gays, okay, Black gays, a troubled youth that may need to get a sense of real shit pumped into their motherfucking ass instead of dick on the weekends. Hello, God.
Father God, in the name of Jesus,
we love you guys. That's what I have going on. A plethora of other things are in the works as well. So just stay tuned to the channel. That's all I really have. Anybody else?
No. I know I have 5 reviews coming out. Look for them sometime tomorrow. Bless God.
Okay.
Yeah, I got a bunch of well, I have about 3 reviews. I need to stuff coming.
Make sure you guys are liking, subscribing. I'm sorry, what are you saying? Something, Cast Me On?
Now I was agreeing with them, and y'all, my Little Fires review is coming.
I love it.
Is it good? Is it good?
So good.
Yes,
so good.
Girl, yes. I'm just gonna have to do like a hot box and just talk about it in one setting, as opposed to doing episode by episode. But it's really
good.
Okay, because I said I was gonna watch it. Okay,
watch it. It is so good.
That's it. It's just 8.
It's only 8 episodes. Oh, I might review it.
It's so good.
And again, thank everybody.
I need to add anything else to my repertoire.
Okay. And again, make sure you're liking, commenting, and subscribing to all of the Justice League members. Special shout out to Dre Simber for being willing to come through. StreamYard, it is difficult. If you don't have a good internet connection, chat, it can just fuck everything up. But I do appreciate you willing to come on and spilling the tea that you spilled in the chat. We will have to revisit this because we need all of it, bitch.
And we are working, y'all. We are working on trying to find a way to have the entire Justice League on, plus a guest should we try to. We are working on a job. We know what y'all want. We hear y'all. We care. We are just trying to figure it out. That's it. Once we figure it out, we'll have it out there.
Because that back and forth shit kind of tears me. I want a collective, like I hate when I feel like people are missing out or can't get a certain voice around. Because that's why I try to be as fair as I can with everybody. Because, girl, we all have wonderful perspectives, and I would love it to be shared with everyone. Especially everybody in the chat, the other reviewers, if you were in the bushes, because we know some of you whores be living in the bushes too, and that's fine, honey, because you know it's good, it's okay. Thank you for again, like the video. I've been noticing some fuckery going on. I'll have a bunch of views. I'll have a bunch of fucking views, but I'll have only a couple of likes. It don't cost you a damn thing to hit a like button, bitch. That's all I'm gonna say on that. I love everyone. I appreciate you guys. Justice League is out. And yeah, guys, we'll catch you on the flip side, honey. We'll catch you on the flip side, honey.
So long.